Okay, so take two. Hopefully this is the one I keep. So I get asked really, really often to explain my character's Oki. So here it is. It's finally in video form. I've done this as a doc like several times, honestly, but people don't seem to read those docs, or I guess it's hard to understand it with just text on the screen. So here it is as a video for everyone to learn from. So first things first, we gotta explain, when does H-Kkohaku get her set play? Because before we even start, let me make it clear, this is the strongest set play in the game, bar none. Stronger than C-Sat Sendori, stronger than C-Roa Orb setups, stronger than Hime fight mix-ups. Flat out the strongest and safest set play in Melty Blood that is possible as of now is done by H-Kkohaku. But since I'm the only person who plays this character, I guess it's like relatively rare. And since it's so strong and one person plays her, it could be pretty confusing to be like run into it and like not know what the gamble is. So here, no more Johns. None of you can excuse yourselves and be like, well, actually, this loss I had versus Alma didn't count because I didn't know the setup because I'm too lazy to lab it. I labbed it for you. Here we go. So first things first, when does she get it? Kohaku can't get her set play off of regular hits that lead into air combos. So if she ever air combos you like this, she's never gonna set play off of you. In order to set play you, she needs either a clean command grab from mid-screen that can be properly converted. Let's see if I get it in like less than 3 tries. I'm doing an easy version. Yeah, so either a clean command grab like this, clean strike like this. You know how the combo looks. I'm not going to waste all this time trying to get these combos to look right. A command grab in the corner into Bateau loop. I'll try one more time to get it. If you guys know what the combos look like, you've seen my character before. Or she can Bateau you from a clean strike with a lot of her normals intact. Bro, did I just lose the ability to combo this character? Okay. She can also get you from stuff like single hit into 2-3-6 X setups. Bro, I just can't hit the 1-frames right now. Like, this is a combo that works versus Sion. Also, H-Kkohaku can set play you if you are in the corner for whatever reason and she has 2-3-6C. She can dash set play you. Pretty much like that. So we know how she can get her set play. She needs to either end with 2-3-6A in the corner, or she needs to end with 2-3-6C. Right? So we understand that now. So it's always going to be in the corner. So how does the set play even work? Well, luckily I have, thanks to the amazing wonders of Gomp and Fang's training tool, we can have safe states in this game. I believe safe state 2 is the one that we are looking for. So the bomb is going to be buffered immediately after the 2-3-6A for most of the cast. There are some exceptions, slow head first wake ups, not head first, slow face down wake ups. Like I have a doc, Akiha, Aoko, and Nero, and Kohaku, they have to be manually timed versus characters like that. But for the majority of the time, the bomb is going to be buffered, so there's no like wackiness here. The bomb is going to be buffered to hit frame 10 to like anywhere from frame 9 to 11 of your character's wake up, right? So if you try to mash versus the bomb, you can use the train tool to showcase what happened. You get counter hit by the bomb, allowing Kohaku to combo. Even if she gets straight in, she can combo you and loot the situation. Now set play again. If you try to jump, you get hit by the bomb, so you're forced to block. We're gonna set this dummy to finally all guard after a combo. Yep, so you're forced to jump, block the bomb. You can avoid the bomb via hurt box shifting shenanigans versus some characters. Tono's the only character that can just raw J8 the setup and never care. Every other character has to either like frame perfect JA in order to not get hit jumping, or to use like a B or C normal. But if you use a B or C normal, you pretty much just get hit again and looped into the settler. So I'm not even gonna bother with that because that's how it works. So you can't jump the bomb, you can't mash your way through the setup unless you are Len. Len is the only character that's capable of mashing this up due to the factor 3C is a launcher. Just Len, okay? So every other character has to deal with the mix-up between... If we set this to stop jumping... I'm such an idiot. Okay, if we set this to stop jumping for a second so I can showcase what the setup's supposed to be. It's going to be between throw and meaty 2A, 5C, or 2B. And what is the risk for each of them? Throw, if she hits you with throw, she gets 4.4k about-ish. Like, at 1 point X, like, health modifiers and stuff versus time here, she's going to get 4.4 and loop the situation again. Yep. Now, if we set the not guard at all, versus if she hits you with the 5C version, she gets about 7.3k. Like, I dropped the combo there because I dropped the 1 frame link. 5C version, 6.7k before that combo dropped. 2B version is about 400 less. Like, I did the full combo there, so it's more, but you know what you know how it works. 5A version still is like 6k. And you can add an extra loop here for an extra 200 damage. So, like, if you get hit by the bomb into charge 2C, your health is just disappearing. You're eating like half your life bar probably. So, strike is 6 to 7k. Throw is 4.5k, and the situation always loops. So pretty much what you're deciding to do is you're choosing either strike or throw, and you're trying to beat that option. However, there are some options that just flat out do not work or heavily not in your favor, which is why I'm going to be explaining how to beat either strike or throw specifically. We're going to start with strike because the stuff that strike beats is a lot more expansive because Kohaku can change the way she meteors you in order to beat a whole bunch of different options. First things first, we already explained that we already explained that you can't match through the setup. Here's the best option, character specifically, for both being strike and throw. And then we're going to go back to talking about being strike only. If your character has an aerial backdash, you can backdash this setup. However, why is it, is there a delay? No. Oh, it's because it's a jump or something? Oh, I had back jump instead of back dash. However, you have some issues. Like, see, if I could probably, but toe loop, yeah. Versus Scion here, if I meet it with 5C, I can actually toe loop her from her backdash. And versus all characters universally, if she 2A, like, 2A charge 2Cs, she will always be backdash. 2B, if she tries to 2B, it will whiff, and some characters, the 5C will whiff versus the backdash. However, if I try to throw her, you're going to see that she's about +3. Let me quickly pull up the thing so I can triple check. She's +6, so she could actually 5A me here if she has a 5 frame or faster 5A or 2A and get like a combo. However, it's a messy situation because again, I could still always shield despite the on reaction to the throw whipping, I can shield. Like, let's see. That was a slightly early throw. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that throw was a frame too early. It should have been a frame later, so it would have been +5 here. She has a single frame to actually get a punish with 5A, and if I don't, I can shield her back or I can just block. So it's messy to backdash because a lot of the strike options can catch backdash, but it varies heavily per character, and you know your boy is still labbing out everything, every single interaction this Oki can create. So maybe if your character has a good backdash, you can backdash and just try to backdash your way out to see that setup. But back to beating strike only. You might think that the best way to beat the setup, if you have it, is like a meterless DP. However, it sort of beats it, like strike. Again, she can tailor her strike setup in order to beat a whole bunch of different things. Like if I go for max damage with 5C, like 63B is just gonna always smoke that. I try to do 2B or something. There, like if 2B is properly meaty, it will clash for the first hit of almost every single DP. Because there, as you can see by training tool, 2B was very, very slightly off from mediating, but it clashed, and maybe like on reaction I could do something like that, or do something like this. That's meme or something, or I could do something like that. But I'm not gonna react to that clash in the heat of the moment, because what I'm doing is I'm charging 2C. So like, yeah. So you can see, unless the heavens align and I am completely in the zone, OSing everything, seeing the different dimensions, you're safe to DP versus 5C and 2C. However, versus 2A, that's where things get a lot more funky. Because you can see by the tool, I can 2A 5D OS this pretty consistently. Or at least I should be able to if I did my drills every day. Your boy's not been doing his drills every day. So he's missing, he is not mediating properly with his, yeah, that was even a meaty there. Your boy needs to practice. But I can 2A5 DOS almost every DP. The only DPs you can't 2A5 DOS are CL22C, and I believe ARC22C is frame 3. I believe that's how it works. So you can't 2A5C those, but everything slower, like Silence DP, you can OS. And that was a proper OS over there. So it's not like fake, like it actually meaty and stuff. So you might be like, okay, then I'll just heat instead. That doesn't work either. Because of the range of Kohaku's 2As and 5A, it's not big, but it's big enough. If you try to heat, I am plus 16 here. Let me try to. Okay, that was a proper OS. I'm plus 14. I'm pretty much like plus 12 at the minimum, plus 16 at the maximum, I believe, if I do the setup properly. So I can just 5C you or something and loop the setup again. So your character might have a heat that's big enough to prevent me from not having to micro walk here, but every single character can get 5A like max distance. Like 5A hits relatively far, so she can do it like at this distance and OS your heat with a 5A 2D OS, even if you're standing. So that means via the same inputs, she can beat both your heat and your DP. And you might be like, okay, if I can't beat the DP or the heat, then I can at least bunker the setup, right? Like I should be able to bunker this. Actually, you can't. Because of Bunkerhead's I can actually react to the bunker while DPOSing and still hit you. Oh yeah, this character, the set play is cheap. I will never ever deny that. So you can see that it beats both heat, DP, and bunker. Bunker loses to both throw and strike if the Kohaku is using 2A to meaty, which means now you get, since you see all these options that get beat, you now understand why a lot of people will sometimes use 5D or 2C, because regardless of which way you shield, 2A loses to both. So you can prevent Kohaku from OSing all of your options in the matrix like that. However, if she doesn't do anything or she meets you the other way, she still loops the set play, right? So if I hit you with a 5C like this, or if you 5D expecting 2 5C and then I hit you like this, again she loops the set play, yada yada yada. So you either want to shield or you want to present your DP, your heat or whatever, and try to like you want to shield if you expect the 5C Yeah, you want to shield if you expect or a 5C or a 2B meaty. So, okay, let me rephrase this and make sure I get everything right. You want to shield if you expect an A button meaty. You want to do a metered reversal or a DP or whatever if you expect 5C or 2B. If I'm not mixing those up and you see I'm flowcharting, call me out on it. And that's how you deal with the strike. Now, what happens if like you just block the strike? Well, depending on your, like, some characters get put in nastier situations versus this. Like, I just discovered a new micro walk setup that I'm not going to go into detail here because y'all don't care. But if you just block the setup, it's not too bad. And by not too bad, I mean it's a tick throw setup versus H-Kkohaku, which is one of the most stressful things in multi-blood. Like let's say I autopilot into OS, so because of the bomb, I don't get pushed back, so which means I'm actually in distance for a micro walk throw. And bomb is so like I'm plus 16 after OSing underneath my 2A meaty. So I can just walk up and throw you, or I can walk up, do whatever. Like you can see, like I did a huge walk and there was only a 4-frame gap. She couldn't match there. She had like shield or something, and she tried to fuzzy jump. That would have actually caught the fuzzy jump. So like you can see just how strong a tick throw setup. Like if she does like does something like this, like she's like -3 here. Or +0, and she's like in your face. She's close enough. Like if I set the CP to crouch, she's like close enough to do a minor micro walk into 5A. I'm not all too used to this distance, but like it's a sizable micro walk. I mean, I could just dash and do it like that, but they both hit about the same frame. You get how it works. Like, so it's a tick throw setup. It's kind of scary, but at least it's only one. Like, again, strike is definitely in the game for a reason. Now that we're done talking about strike, we can talk about beating throw. And first thing that we gotta deal with is a lot of people believe that you can fuzzy jump the throw. This doesn't work. Let me quickly explain why. So if we set the training tool to have the dummy time a back jump, it has to be backwards jump because you can't fuzzy jump with a regular jump because you're gonna get 1. You're gonna get 1 or 7. So if we set the dummy to fuzzy jump 3 frames after, the idea is sound, because the idea is that you both block the normal and then you both jump the throw. However, due to the projectile on air block interaction, it doesn't work out. So if you know how air block works in Melty Blood, every single air normal has only 8 frames of block stun in the air. Most things do not give you anything more than 8 frames of block stun in the air. That's how it works in general in Melty Blood. However, projectiles have a special clause that makes them more plus because I think it's like an extra, like it's a projectile specific amount of frames that are extra on top of the 8 frames of hits of block stun. So H-Kkohaku's bomb is 19 frames of air block stun, and well, if we set the, like, you can't even she can't even fuzzy jump it here. Okay, she can fuzzy jump it here though. Okay, now the dummy set up. If I try to throw her, that's wrong. If I try to throw her, that would have been a throw. She fuzzy jumps it properly. However, if we're looking at the training tool, she's only +3. However, she is too close to the ground in order to hit JA here. That means she has to land onto the ground, and as you can see via the training tool, she doesn't do that until 2 frames after I fully recover. So I'm actually plus in this situation. Technically she's plus, but she's not really plus. I don't know if you can EX guard, but let's use the training tool and just cheat with the EX guard real quick. I'm gonna turn it on, and we're gonna, like, here you can see the dummy is blah, 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 blah. Wrong thing, I have to throw. Yeah, that's also a proper throw. She's +5, However, she doesn't have the frames to JA me, because you can see, like, she hits the ground too fast. However, here at least, she's only, instead of being -1, -2, she's +1 on the ground. However, on reaction to her jumping it, I can just throw her. She can't mash 2A here. Actually, she couldn't mash 2A there because I threw late. But yeah, there she couldn't mash 2A because we were even in that situation. So pretty much, if you fuzzy jump the bomb, you're putting yourself into an extremely bad scramble. Like you're seeing a fuzzy EX guard. I don't even know if that's humanly possible or if the game will just prevent you from fuzzing if you do that. I mean, EX guarding if you do the fuzzy. But if a fuzzy EX guard's not getting out and it's putting in a bad scramble, imagine how bad regular fuzzy jump. Like, she just flat out gets thrown here. There's nothing she can do. She has to tech the throw. And if I want to be real grimy, I could buffer command throw behind my command throw. Like, I'm not, this situation like never comes up, so I'm doing it and reacting. Like, she's in the air there, bro, and you can see that because of the bomb spot. Like, please, I am begging you, do not fuzzy jump the bomb. It doesn't work. I don't know how that got into the air, but don't fuzzy jump it. Like, I could just throw you when you hit the ground again. I am that close. I don't even have to mess around like that. I legit air unblockable here. Please do not fuzzy jump the bomb. I don't know how many times I have to say it in this one video in order to get people to not fuzzy jump it. Now that I'm done explaining why you should never fuzzy jump the bomb, now that that's clear, we can explain how to actually beat the throw. There's no clean way to beat the throw, but here's as close as you can get. So if you do what this dummy does, if you expect throw and you do what this dummy does of, oh wait, it's because of a stupid thing taking priority over the dummy. Let me turn this off real quick. Set this off 0 and set this to dummy. Now it'll work. Did my dummies get corrupted? Did I? Dude, I set this up before the video so I wouldn't have to waste time. Anyway, this is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, so if you do it like this, I'm pretty much going to just walk into a corner and let you escape and go back to neutral. If you try to air dash back too early, I'm going to JB. Congratulations, we are back to neutral. This is the safest way to escape the corner if you expect the throw to come. Now, of course, you're gonna be like, well, that loses to strike. No shit, that is the mix-up. Okay, so there's no way to completely cover all your bases. You have to guess. Yeah, so you just jump and you can either like call out a scramble doing, I think I have this dummy doing something like I believe there's actually, is there additional frame of delay? There is an additional frame of delay because okay, whatever. I'll just quickly record these. Okay. Also, just note, you want to ideally 4-jump because this makes it less easy for Kohaku to mess you up if you're expecting like a throw to come out. Again, as we already learned like what 10 minutes ago, don't mash unless you're Len. If you're Len, you can mash. Every other character can't mash. But just jump. Like, there are some characters that can do some whack stuff. I know Arc can dash through Kohaku if she expects throw. Some characters like Hime, Nero, and Reese have throws that are very big, but just very slightly smaller than Kohaku's command throw. So while Kohaku can space her command grab to beat them OSing with throw, she can't beat you walking. Like, if you just walk forward throw, let me set this dummy do something else. If you just walk throw, like some characters could dash throw ideally, but this character can't dash throw because she gets caught. Like, this character could dash throw back versus throw. Most characters can't do that. I think it's just both Scions and Hisui can do that. Every other character like Nero, Hime and Reese, they just walk through. Every other character can't dash throw. They can't even shimmy throw, so don't try it. Those are the only 6 characters that can present throw versus throw. Every other character just has to jump out and go back to neutral, pretty much. Now, if you are extremely insistent on gambling, you can do stuff like this. And try to take advantage of the fact that Kohaku's 5B sucks balls. Like, that's what you're doing, pretty much. Like, she can, of course, go back up there and gold air throw you. Like, if she believes you're gonna stall in the air like that, or if she believes you're gonna do something like this, or if she believes you're gonna do something like this, all these loses to her. Oh, I effed up my thing. Anyway, I don't need to explain anymore, I think. They all lose to Kohaku just doing the just jumping up and air throwing you immediately, because of the fact that there's so much hits done on the bomb, so much blocks done. You're just stuck in place for a really long time. That's why super jump out is the best option. Capiche? Like, I guess if you have a 4-frame EX air DP, you could be a baller and forward jump EX guard EX DP and get a punish. I believe that's only Roa and Arc. That's another way you could beat throw. Everything else, I have literally explained every single way to beat throw off the top of my head. Like, again, you could also backdash if your character has an air backdash, but I believe I mentioned that at the very start of this. I have now explained almost every single way that you can just try to hedge your bets versus the setup. If you have a metered reversal, I'm gonna just tell you now before I hit the end of recording. It was only supposed to be 50 minutes. It ended up being 27, but this take is so much better than the other one. I'm just gonna upload it anyway. Gonna call it the yapping video and just pretend that this was supposed to be unscripted. If you have a metered reversal, I'm just gonna tell you right now that the EX flash of your reversal probably means that if I'm paying attention, I can beat whatever metered reversal you go for. The only exception is Sasuke EX bite, but that doesn't have invul frame 1. That is it. I've labbed this Okizeme for over 200, 300 hours. I believe that's every single piece of knowledge I have on the setup in 30 minutes with good dummies and stuff. I'm done. If you don't want to sit through 30 minutes of some guy going through, just wasting his time explaining the setup to you, there's nothing else I can do for you. Never ask me for anything about this character again. Jesus Christ.